Alright guys, we're back on another wash video. Another brick house. We did a brick house last week. All they wanted was windows, everything but the house pretty much. Garage door, downspouts, gutters, fascia, soffit, carport. Looks like this one's getting some remodeling done. I think she's getting new fascia and she's getting gutter guards installed, but she called us out to get her downspouts clean, and her gutters are really nasty. And you know guys, I see a lot on these Facebook forums and pages, and people are like, oh, I wouldn't just go do partial house, and I wouldn't just go do this and go do that. Well, you know what? That's what the customer wants. That's what the customer's going to get. Am I going to say, no, I'm not going to just come and clean the gutters. I'm not just going to come clean the downspouts. I charge them accordingly and go on. But, I don't know, I guess you call this a ranch style home. But, yeah, these gutters, really rough. Looks like somebody either rubbed up against them or tried to clean them. Probably didn't have the right chemicals. Looks like somebody tried to brush them. But we're just going to use a house wash mix on this. Probably going to get it 90% clean. I'm sure there's some oxidation because of all of these. Algae on it. Once that algae gets on there and they stay dirty long enough, they're going to tiger stripe, which this roof doesn't look bad. Looks like there's a bad spot there, but it's the shade of the tree. But yeah, let's get this started. First off, even though these are little scrawny things down here, we've not had rain, really good rain, in a couple of weeks here in Tennessee, and that's fine by me. I've been able to get a lot of work done, but still wet them before you start spraying, because that, when you spray, is going to drip right down there, and last thing you want to do is kill somebody's plants. So just take that few extra minutes and spray the plants down on a house wash, unless we're in a drought and it's been weeks since it's rained. I don't do that, but we did a house last week, same scenario, bushes all around the property, and they got sprayed just as much as the house did. So you know, if it's a misty, cool day, I'm not going to worry about the plants. But if it's been 2-3 weeks since we've had some rain, yeah, especially if they're sitting out in the sun, you don't want to fry them. But I got to get started. Another tip for you guys, if you have a deck, which this one's nasty, she's not wanting it cleaned yet. She just wants the gutters. So it'll still be dirty when I leave. But another thing on this is when you got a stained deck, stained wood period, just do it the same way as you do the plants. So I wet those, and just wet this, because you're going to have a drip line, and that strong bleach, when it hits that, it's going to lighten it up, and you take a chance of not having to restain the deck by keeping it wet. So that's my other tip for the day. When we wash houses, we downstream. So we'll sit here. I normally count to about 12, but you can normally see when it starts turning white, starting to turn white there, down through there. You can normally see that's just a weed, so if it dies, it dies. But I normally count to about 12 to get my pump flowing, or my siphon flowing, and then just start spraying. That's all there is to it. Just spray it. Walking downhill, so it's a little hard. But when I got dirty gutters like this, I always try to put a little extra soap in, just so it'll stick longer. You know, whether it's true or not, to me it seems like the vinyl, you know, it may stick pretty good and hold, but with these aluminum, to me sometimes I think it doesn't. So just put a little extra soap in there. That'll help you out. Kind of loud because the pressure washer was running, but I mentioned, getting the plant life watered. Do the concrete too. You can tell this really needs clean, and they probably aren't going to get it clean, but again, you got a drip line to right there. You clean this without washing it or rinsing it first, you're going to get a big clean line right there. So same thing with the concrete, just wet it beforehand. Alright, see, I just went from there, sprayed that whole gutter line. Okay, so instead of sitting and waiting for that, which in all honesty, as dirty as that is, I should have probably sprayed it first to get any dirt off. Matter of fact, I should have. I probably have to hit that again. I gave that tip last year when you got a bunch of dirt build up on something, you know, rinse it off first, because the bleach is just going to hit that dirt and just stay there. Oh, but you know, I've already hit this section first, and it's all working. It's not as bad as the front, but it's working. And instead of just waiting out front for that, you pull the hose back around here and rinse this off, and if it needs hit again, hit it again. Normally most houses I hit the gutters twice, not unless they're newer gutters or they just come really, really clean, because they're normally what's going to be the worst. But yeah, these aren't that bad. Just another tip though. And that's what I'll do with the rest of them. I got another half side over here, and she didn't mention it, but I'm going to get the side of that building's gutters too. And yeah, just get the dirt off before you try getting the organic growth. So let's get this sprayed up. Try to get this. You can see where I stopped right here to the right and then to the left. I hit it once with the bleach, and you can see that's clean that way, and then as you get here and go down, it's still black. I should have rinsed these off first and got all that dirt filled up first, and then hit them with the soap. But this done been hit with soap, and I'm rinsing it off, getting all the dirt off, and then I'll hit them again. Alright, we're on this same job, which is, they have new fascia boards. As you look down through there, it's white, but it's tiger stripe. But more than anything, look at how rough the top of that is. What that looks like is somebody has either spray painted these at one time, or the paint that was on them just bubbled up, and all that algae stayed right there. So they're still tiger striping on them, but they are a lot cleaner than they were, and all that striping is coming from that paint. Plus it had been some years since they had been clean, so just look for stuff like that. It takes you time and effort to get it off, and I think with that replacing it, that's the best you can do on these.